people are feeling good today? Any aches or sorenesses I should be aware of? Other than my pride, now that Pavel told me that my class isn't that hard.
What?
All right, so we're gonna get started with today's workout. I'm just poking at you, Pavel. So today's workout, we're gonna be doing our typical format, warming up, practicing, going through our circuit. We're gonna do 4 rounds here today. So we're going back to picking up the volume of work. And the emphasis is on tempo strength training. So you notice here, I got 4-1-1 written out before a bunch of these exercises. 4-1-1 means that we spend 4 seconds on the eccentric part of the motion, which is when we're elongating our muscles. And then there's a 1 second pause at the bottom or top of the motion, and then a 1 second back to the start. So we're going to be incorporating that into the dip, the squat, or the lunge, the push-up, the bridge, and the elbow up. So we're going to be doing those squats, dips, planks, lunges, push-ups, side planks, and bridges, elbow ups. And we'll finish up with a little stretch session at the end. Does anyone have any questions on the workout program for today? We good? All right. So let's go ahead and get warmed up. So if you're going to be working out in sitting, start in sitting. If you're working out in standing, start in standing. And let's get to it. Let's start by gently rolling your head around in a circle. Getting a light stretch in the sides, the back, the other side, and the front of your neck as you're rolling your head around from one side to the other. And then reverse your neck roll, going the other way. So if you were going clockwise before, now you're going counterclockwise. Working on getting those gentle stretches. All right, and then next we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So you're going to bring your shoulders to the front of your body, slide them up towards your ears, roll them to the back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then slide your shoulder blades down your rib cage to the bottom. Bring them back to the front, shrug up towards your ears, roll them back, and slide down. Continue with this circular motion. Make sure you're performing some easeful breathing. Take another roll. And then we're going to reverse it. This time around, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back at the bottom, slide them up to your ears, roll them to the front, and then slide them down the front. And then squeeze them to the back, slide up the back of your rib cage, to your ears, roll to the front, and then continue with this circular motion in the opposite direction. Good, a couple more rolls. All right, and then next we're gonna work on opening up our thoracic spine a little bit. You're gonna cross your arms across your body. And then from here, you're going to point your elbows up at the ceiling, and then bring them back down. And then point your elbows up the ceiling, and then back down. Same thing in standing as it is in sitting. You actually might even notice you get more of a stretch here if you do it in sitting compared to standing. Now pointing your elbows straight up at the ceiling. One more. All right, next we're going to start to bring our arms up overhead, splay your fingers wide, bring them down your sides. If you're in standing, you're going to incorporate a squat into this. You're squatting down to the ground, like you're touching the ground. With your fingertips, stand up and reach your arms up overhead. Splay your fingers wide, take up space, be aware of your surrounding zone. Make sure you don't knock anything over. All right, for our seat athletes, you're going to hinge forward like you're touching your toes. Bring your arms up the front, splay your fingers, bring them down the sides, taking up space, and then bring them down as you hinge back down. Continue with this big circular motion. Still taking in those big inhales. And then just let it all out on the exhale. Good, one more, and then we're gonna reverse it. So now, starting at the bottom, bring your arms up the side as you hinge or stand up. Splay your fingers, and then hinge or squat down as you bring your arms down the front. Good, and next we're gonna bring our arms around in a circle. So they're following each other. So you bring your arms around in a clockwise motion. You squat or hinge down as your hands come down to the ground. And you squat, stand up, or hinge up as your arms come up overhead. Take up as much space as you can. For those of us in standing, you might notice this opens up your hips at the top of the motion. Good, and then let's reverse it. So now you're going counterclockwise. Keep your chest up and wide. Couple more. And then next we're gonna do some jumping jacks. Hopping in place, arms come up your side, up over your head. Your feet are hopping apart and then together. If the hopping doesn't work for you, you're gonna simply just move your arms up and down quickly. Make sure you're getting full range. If going completely overhead doesn't feel good to you, then you can shorten up your range of motion to whatever feels comfortable. Same thing for our seated athletes. Bring your arms up and quickly back down. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Split jacks are next. Hopping in place, arms swing across your body in the horizontal plane. So you're bringing your arms apart and then across your body. Give yourself a big bear hug. Alternate the top arm when you bring your arms across your body. Your feet are hopping in a split stance, one foot in front of the other, and switching. If the hopping doesn't feel good, you're simply going to do back slappers. Good. Keep it up for a few more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. How are we doing right now, you guys? Good? All right. Nice to see you all tuning in. We're going to go into the practice round. So, talking about the tempo today. We're doing this 4-1-1 squat or 4-1-1 dip. So 4-1-1, again, that 4 seconds is the eccentric part of the motion. So in the example of the squat, you're gonna lower down in 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom for 1 second, and then stand up. Now, I'd rather you count breaths instead of seconds here. So 1 full inhale and exhale is the equivalent of 1 full inhale and exhale is the equivalent of 2 seconds. So if you take 2 full inhales, exhales on the way down, that's 4 seconds. And then just pause, inhale, exhale, stand up. So lower, 1. Inhale the bottom, and then exhale, come to the top. For our seated athletes, we're going to be doing a dip. So you have some options here. You can do dips straight in your chair, scooting forward if you feel comfortable with that, and then getting yourself off the edge. And then from here, lowering down in 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, exhale, up. Lower. Inhale, exhale, up. Now you could also set this up, putting yourself in a corner with another chair. This is my preferred way to do this. Lowering down with the 2 inhales or full breaths. So that's the 4-1-1 tempo. All right. Do we have any questions on the squats or dips with the tempo. Are we good? All right, good. So let's keep on moving on. The next thing up is the planks. So standard front planks. We have our different variations here. We can do the full front plank on forearms and toes, holding here and breathing the entire time, keeping your spine neutral. Avoid popping your hips up if you can, and avoid letting them sag down excessively unless you're going into a hip plank. So we can hold a full plank, we can go into a knee plank, we can go into a hip plank. Make sure that you stay engaged for your forearms the entire time. Don't just hang off your ligaments. We can maybe use a bolster. Lie on top of that. Place it high up on your chest to make it easy. Place it lower down on your hips to make it harder. For our standing athletes who maybe have a hard time getting onto the ground, we can do a plank against a table or a wall. And for our seated athletes who maybe have a hard time getting onto the ground, we're going to do a plank against the table. Leaning forward, brace your forearms against the table, and push yourself away from that surface, engaging your shoulder blades. And hold at the edge of your base of support. Just don't fall. And breathe. All right. Any questions on the front plank? Good? All right. Moving on. Next up is the 4-1-1 lunge and the 4-1-1 push-up. So for the lunge, just like with the squat, we're going to lower in 2 breaths. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, pause at the bottom, exhale up. Lower, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale the bottom, exhale up. Good. So we can do this freestanding or with weights. You can put your hands on a table, lower down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up. We're gonna do one side at a time, and then we're gonna switch it over. All right. And then for our seated athletes, if you feel comfortable transferring onto the ground, we're gonna be doing push-ups here. And it's the same 4-1-1 tempo. So lowering on 2 inhales and exhales. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up. All right. And then we can take all of our different variations here. Full plank, or full push-up, knee push-up, hip push-up, a bolstered push-up, and we could do a push-up against an elevated surface or a table here. Keeping that 4-1-1 tempo. All right. How are we doing with the push-ups and the lunges? Good? All right. Now let's keep moving here. Next up is going to be the side plank. So this one, just like the front plank, we're just going to hold it there, breathe. We have the full side plank variation on your feet and on your forearms. Make sure you roll your top shoulder back, push your hips forward. We can also take the knee variation. We can take the hip variation. Make sure you're pushing through your forearm. Keep yourself engaged. Don't get lazy here. We can take a bolster variation. Propping it underneath you. We can take a standing variation, leaning up against a table or a wall. And then for our seated athletes staying in the chair today, you're going to figure out where the edge of your base of support is and then lean out to that side as far as you can and then engage your shoulder to keep yourself upright. And breathe in that position. So if the distance is too easy, try to move yourself further away to further challenge yourself. All right. Any questions on the side plank variations? We good? All right, keep moving. Last up is the 4-1-1 bridge and the 4-1-1 elbow up. So for the bridge, athletes who feel comfortable getting down to the ground, doing the bridge, we're going to raise yourself up, and then you're going to lower on that 4 count. So 2 inhales and exhales. Take a full inhale, hold at the bottom, and then exhale up. Now you can do this single leg. And then inhale, up, alternate legs. Inhale, and up. Good. Now you can add weight to that if you need further challenge. For those of us doing elbow ups, legs bent or legs straight, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Then we're gonna push yourself up onto your elbows, raise your head up and your chest up off the floor, and then lower in that 4 count. 2 inhales and exhales. Take an inhale, and then exhale up. Lower down with the 2 breaths. For our seated athletes, we're gonna stay in the chair. You're gonna scoot forward in your chair. Lean back onto your backrest or against the wall, something that's supported. You're gonna put your hands right by your hips. Your elbows will start pointing outwards. And then from here, you're going to prop yourself up, trying to touch your elbows together, rotating towards each other. Bringing your chest wide as you lift yourself up that backrest or that wall. And then from here, you're gonna lower in that 2 breaths. Then take an inhale, exhale, and then you follow that pattern. All right. Does anyone have any questions on the workout that we just covered? We good? All right, so key thing here, we're doing a 4-1-1 tempo. It should take you at least 6 seconds to complete 1 repetition on these exercises. We're not trying to get 1,000,000 reps. We're not trying to get 20 reps. We're trying to maybe get 8 to 10 repetitions during 1 round of the exercise. So the key thing is quality repetitions, being completely under control. All right, that should be your emphasis. All right, so let's get to it, you guys. We're gonna start with the squats and the dips, 4-1-1 tempo. Add weights if you're gonna use weights. And let's get started here. I'm gonna switch the view, pull up my stopwatch. All right, stopwatch, there it is. And let's get started with your dips or your squats in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So both variations, keep your chest wide, lower down, 2 full breaths. Pause at the bottom, inhale, exhale up. All right, keep it going. Work those steady repetitions under control. Push strong as you come up from the bottom of the movement. All right, like I said, you can add weights to this. We got probably 1 more rep here. Lower down, smooth under control. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're gonna switch over to the planks. So transitioning to the ground if you feel comfortable, maybe setting up on an elevated surface. Whatever version of the plank is gonna work for you, whether we're in a chair, leaning up against the table, if you're standing, leaning up against the table or a wall, or if we're on the ground, performing standard plank, knee plank, hip plank, or a bolstered plank. Work your breathing. There we go. Keep it up. Keep going. Try to keep your hips in neutral if you're doing the full plank. Avoid popping your hips up if you can. That's it, you guys. We got 15 seconds left. Keep breathing. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. We're going to transition to the 4-1-1 lunges or the 4-1-1 push-ups. So those of us doing the push-ups, you get into your push-up position, lower down in 2 breaths. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up. Keep going with that tempo. Whatever version of the push-up works for you, whether it's a full push-up, knee push-up, hip push-up on a table, push-up against it on a bolster. For those of us doing lunges, switch sides. You're lowering down in 4 seconds. 2 inhales, 2 exhales. Inhale, exhale up. Lower down. There we go. Get 1 or 2 more reps in. Keep it up. If you're adding weight, make sure you're under control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. We're going to transition to the side planks. So, end up back down to the ground. If you were standing, if you were doing push-ups, roll to your side or transition your position so you can perform the side plank out of the chair. Take the position that you need to, whether it's the full plank, knee plank, side plank, bolstered plank, plank up against an elevated surface, or in a chair, bring it up against the side. We're going to switch in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides, making sure that you stay really well engaged through your stance arms, engaging these oblique muscles on the sides of your core. There you go, steady breathing. Good. Almost there, less than 10 seconds left. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition over to the bridge or the elbow up. All right. If you're doing the bridges, lifting yourself up, lower in 2 full inhales and exhales. Pause with your butt just off the ground, and then exhale up. You can do the single leg. Pause just before your butt hits the ground. Inhale, exhale up. And make sure you're alternating if you're doing a single leg version. There we go. If we're doing elbow ups, coming up quick, lowering down in 2 breaths. Pause right before your shoulders hit the ground. Inhale, exhale up. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Take a full minute here. Catch your breath. Okay. All right. How are we doing? Good? All right. How were the transitions? Did anyone need more time on a transition? All right. Which transition?
Coming down to lower stuff.
Okay, so the planks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
more time getting to the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. And does anyone need any modifications to any of the exercises?
Is it okay to one side at least because
yeah, good question, Pavel. If you only have one side that you can work that one side.
Okay.
All right. Good. Overall, people are doing okay right now?
Doing good.
All right. Let's get to our second round here. We're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Work those dips, work those squats. 4-1-1 tempo. All right. Let's meet you guys. I'll be keeping an eye on you guys. Work on moving smooth and under control. Oops, there's a chair. So if you're doing those dips, take a full inhale and exhale twice on the way down. Keep your shoulders wide the entire time. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up, quick. All right, same thing if we're doing squats here. Working on lowering, smooth and under control. Inhale, exhale up. There we go. Work that tempo, work that control, keeping your chest wide for both these exercise variations. There we go. If it feels easy, I encourage you to add some weight to this. All right, and we're gonna switch over to the planks next. So give yourself some time. I'm giving you guys a little bit of time here to do that. All right, and then once you're in position, get started with that plank, lowering down to the ground, or taking whatever variation you need to, whether it be full plank, knee plank, hip plank, bolster plank, or plank up against an elevated surface. Working the seated plank, if that's the variation for you. Keeping engaged and breathing. Work those arms, engage your shoulder blades. Still breathing under control. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to your 411 push-ups or your 411 lunges. If you're doing those lunges, you can add some weight here. Make sure that you lower down in 2 whole breaths. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up. There we go. Keep going with that tempo. All right. Keep it going. Got a few more seconds from this side for those of us doing lunges. If you're doing push-ups, keep working that tempo. Switch sides for the lungers. All right. If you're doing those push-ups, remember, we're lowering in 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 1. Exhale up. That's it. Keep it going. Get a few more reps in. Keep your elbows in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Work the side planks next. So that can be a standing variation against a wall or a countertop. It can be on the floor. It can be in a chair against a wall or countertop. Take whatever variation you need to. Full, knee, hip, bolstered. Make sure you're breathing smooth and under control. All right. Hold and breathe. Engage through your shoulders. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. All right. Prop yourself up. Breathe. Steady breathing. Engaging through your stance arm. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. So next up, we're going to do our bridges and our elbow ups. Roll onto your back if you're already on the ground. Work on propping yourself up. If you're doing those elbow ups, push your elbows into the ground. Lift your head and chest off the floor. Make sure you avoid popping your head forward. Keep it pulled back. Hold at the top, lower down into inhales and exhales. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up. Work on engaging that core. If you're doing those bridges, make sure you're lowering 2 full breaths. Keep it going. Work whatever variation you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. How are we doing? All right. Catch your breath. Get some water. Unmute. All right. So, are there any exercises that are feeling particularly hard? Anything that feels particularly easy? Anything that needs to get modified at this point? So it sounds like we're doing good. All right. So at this point, catch your breath, get some water. All right. Kevin's doing good. Lauren, it's good to see you. It's been a little while. All right, so we're gonna take a few more seconds here to rest. We got 2 more rounds left. All right, so we're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start of round 3, working those squats or those dips with a 4-1-1 tempo. All right, let's get to it, you guys. Remember, for both of these exercises, you want to try to keep your shoulders as wide as you can. That's going to help promote a neutral spine and optimal shoulder positioning. Keep it up, keep moving. Work on keeping your shoulders wide. Steady rhythm. Lowering down in 4 seconds. Inhale at the bottom, pop yourself up on the exhale. Keep it going. We got probably 1 more rep here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to the plank, giving you some time here to make that transition. Whether it be on the ground or up against an elevated surface, find the position that works for you, and then let's get started here. Hold that position. Make sure you're engaging through your stance arms. Oops, I can do a side plank. I'm tripping right now. Breathe. Work that steady breath. Holding the posture. Good. Switch, I'm tired. We're not switching, this is the front plank. I'm just skipping the head already. Keep breathing, we're almost there. We got 10 seconds left. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, transition over to the lunges or the push-ups with that 4-1-1 tempo. We're doing those push-ups. Lowering down. Two exhale, inhales and exhales up, going down. And inhale at the bottom, and then exhale up. All right, for those of us doing the lunges, we're gonna switch sides now. All right, switch it up. So if your right leg goes in front, left leg is in front now. Lower down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up. There we go. Keep it going. Keep breathing. We got about 10 seconds left. Get a couple, 1 or 2 more reps in, depending on where you're at. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Side planks. All right. So let's work getting onto your side, whether you're on the ground, in standing, or in a chair, and then pop yourself up. Hold in this position. Breathe. Roll your top shoulder back. And push your hips forward at the same time. That's going to help optimally engage your abdominal obliques. That's it. Keep breathing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Work the other side. Take your time. Roll your top shoulder back. Push your hips forward. Try to maintain your spine in this straight line neutral position. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, last up is the bridge and the elbow up. All right, let's get to it, you guys. Whether you're doing double leg bridge, single leg bridge, elbow ups. If anyone is doing the single arm elbow up variations, you are a beast. Whoa. Lower down. Oh my God, it's hard. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh, that's really hard. Mad props to anyone who's doing that. Keep alternating sides if you're doing a single leg or single arm variation. Keep it going, you guys. Almost there. We got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. Great job so far, you guys. All right. Who's got more gas in the tank?
A little.
A little bit of gas left. Good. Now, one thing that you should notice that's different from this exercise, this workout compared to previous ones, is you might not be breathing quite as hard, but your muscles should feel like they've been working a little bit harder. That's what we're going for. Is that what you guys are feeling?
Definitely.
Excellent. All right. So that's what we're going for here, is that controlled tempo strengths. All right. Catch your breath. Get one more swig of water. We got one more round here. All right. And let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go into those dips and the squats. 4-1-1 tempo. Work that control. Work on incorporating your breath into the movement. 2 seconds on 2 full inhales and exhales on the way down, and inhale at the bottom and exhale on the way up. All right. Lauren, I love these single leg squats. This is great. All right. And I see Rachel's doing a great job with her dips. I like the tempo. Good. Anna's moving nice and slow. Excellent. Maybe you could go a little bit lower, get deeper into the movement. We got 10 seconds left. That's it, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next are the planks. All right, take whatever version of the plank you need to. Giving you a few seconds here to get into that position. All right, and then here we go. Let's get to it. Whether you're taking a full plank on the ground, a knee plank, hip plank, bolster plank, a plank up against the elevated surface, or if you're doing a plank from the chair on a table. Work on holding this position. Stay engaged through your forearms now. Keep breathing. Feel your belly rise and fall, expanding and contracting as you're inhaling and exhaling. Keep up that steady breath, steady rhythm. Allow your mind to be calm. Avoid the panic that sets in when you're fatigued. Stay calm, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition over to the lunges or the push-ups. All right. Get in position. If you're doing those lunges, lower and down in. 2 breaths, inhale at the bottom, exhale up. Keep it going. Work that pattern, work that tempo. There you go. Maybe get one more rep in with those lunges, making them really good. Switch sides if you're doing the lunges. Finish that rep that you're doing and then switch it up. If you're doing the push-ups, continue with that steady rhythm. Steady tempo. There we go. Almost there, you guys. Get a couple more reps in. Again, smooth, steady rhythm. Get it in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Work the side planks. So take whatever version you need to. If you're in a chair, you're propping up against the table to your side. Stay engaged to that forearm. If you're standing, lean up against the table or wall. Same thing. Going down to the ground. Being engaged through your forearm. Make sure you're positioned. And let's breathe, everybody. That's it. Few more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. All right. We're almost there, you guys. Once you're in position, prop yourself up, hold, and breathe. That's it. Just like before, when you fatigue, panic can set in. Try to quell that panic. Keep yourself calm. Steady breathing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to the bridge or the elbow up. All right. And take whatever version you need to. If you're doing the bridges, lift yourself up. Inhale and exhale twice on the way down. Inhale at the bottom right before your butt hits the ground. Exhale up. Continue doing this either single leg version or doing your elbow ups. Propping yourself up, lower in 2 breaths. Pause at the bottom, inhale, exhale up. There we go. Keep it going, keep breathing. Home stretch, you guys. We're almost there. Got 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Good job, you guys. So that's the end of our circuit. We've done 4 rounds. Summer looks ecstatic. I love it. All right. So take this time, catch your breath. We're going to go into a little stretching round at the end here. But how was that? How did the tempo go?
Good.
Yeah?
I thought that the center control kicked my booty, but in a good way.
All right. Quite literally.
Yeah.
All right. So take a few more moments, catch your breath. Sorry, Kevin, were you trying to say something?
The lunges were tough.
All right. Excellent. All right. So take a few more seconds here, catch your breath, get one more swig of water, and then we're going to stretch it out. All right. I'm going to mute you guys here. So for the stretching, you can do it in sitting or standing, whatever is your preference. Whether you're sitting in a chair, on the ground, standing up, we're going to start with the cat-cow. So for those of us in a chair or in sitting, you're going to start with your hands on your knees. And then from here, you're going to arch your back so that you're pushing your belly forward, rolling your shoulders back and looking up at the ceiling. This is the cow. Inhale. Exhale into cat, pushing your spine behind you, like you're trying to touch your backrest or a wall that's behind you. Exhale, look down your lap. Inhale, looking up, arching your belly forward. Exhale, arching your back behind you, looking down. For those of us in stand or who are on the ground on hands and knees, we're going to inhale, arch your belly towards the floor, looking up at the ceiling. Exhale. Arch your spine up to the ceiling, look down at your hips. Keep working on wiggling your spine out. Get that gentle motion. Ease everything through. Steady inhales and exhales. And then for our athletes who are doing the leg work, we're going to do a knee hug. Pulling your knee to your chest, lying on your back. Get that stretch and gently hug beneath your chest. Let it go and then bring it back to your chest. Gentle oscillations here. For our seated athletes who are doing more of the upper body work, we're going to do a posterior cup stretch. So you're going to reach your right arm across your body. Take your left hand, grab your elbow, and then pull your right arm across your body, gently pulling in and out. Get that gentle stretch in the back of your shoulder here. Good. And then switch sides. For those of us doing the posterior cup stretch, you're reaching your left arm across your body, take your right hand, reach underneath, pull across your shoulders to get the stretch in the left rotator cuff. For those of us doing the knee hugs, switch legs. If you only got one leg, keep doing the one leg. All right, keep stretching. Keep breathing. Steady inhales and exhales. That's it. Take a few more pulses. Next, we're going to go into a child's pose and up dog flow. So for those of us who feel comfortable getting onto hands and knees, we're going to rock back into a child's pose, like you're trying to touch your butt to your heels, reaching your hands forward, getting a stretch through your shoulders and your back. And then you're going to rock forward, lower yourself down to the ground, and then you're going to press yourself up off the ground, arching up, looking up at the ceiling, and then lower back down, and then push back into the child's pose. Now, for our seated athletes, you can take if you're in a chair, you can take an elevated surface, and what you're going to do is you're going to walk your hands as far out as you can, and then reach your butt away from your hands to get that same stretch. Imagine like you're trying to push your head down towards the floor, and then to get into the up dog, you're going to walk your hands back, press yourself back, and then extend backwards like you're trying to bend over the other way. Extend, and then walk forward. If for whatever reason you don't have an elevated surface, you can potentially just walk your hands down your legs like you're trying to touch your toes. Stretch, look down, head at your knees, walk your hands up, put your hands on your knees, and then extend backwards, pushing through your knees. So basically, this is a deeper cat-cow. There we go. Next up is a side angle stretch. So for our standing athletes, we're going to take a wide stance, turn your left foot out, and then your right foot should point forward. You're going to slide your left hand down your leg, down your left leg, and your right hand points up the ceiling, and then a little past your head to stretch out the whole side of your body, the top side. For our seated athletes, if you're in a chair, you're going to slide your left hand down the side of your seats and then extend over. Don't fall out of your chair. Seated athletes who are on the floor, you're going to side bend over. Think about propping yourself up on your forearm and then reaching over as far as you can. Breathe in that position. All right, and then let's switch sides. Taking whatever version you need to. For our standing athletes, your right foot should be pointing out to the side, left foot should point forward. Slide, your right hand should have slid down your leg, and then your right hand points up towards the ceiling, and then pass, like you're reaching your palm past your head, palm down. Good. Exhale on up. And then we're going to finish up with a cactus stretch. For our standing athletes, if you can, go into a half kneeling position where you have one leg down. So here I have my left leg down, my right leg is up. To stretch out your hip flexors, we're going to put your palms and elbows together, bent at 90 degrees in the front. You're going to open up into a cactus pose. Inhale. So cactus, stretch out your pecs, squeezing your upper back. Exhale, reach your arms over your head, touch your thumbs together. Exhale on the way up. Inhale back to cactus. Exhale to close. Good. For those of us who are doing the hip flexor stretch, switch sides. Continue doing the cactus stretch. One more pass. All right, good job today, everybody. All right. So that was a solid workout. Good stretch at the end. How are you guys feeling?
Good.
Excellent. All right. Who got a good workout today? All right. Good. What was hard about today's workout? They're always hard. All right. Anything that was particularly hard? I remember Kevin mentioned the lunges.
All,
Three elbow ups.
the moving slow, going slow down and then coming back up. That really.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that really forces you to control the movement. And so that's what we're going to be working on for the next few weeks, to get really good at that. And then when you get good at that, we'll change it up. We're going to be moving a little bit quicker.
Oh,
All right. And then what was fun?
All of it. All of it was fun.
All of it was fun. Okay.
Well, when you feel good that, when you can do it, and you think, oh, I couldn't do that, and then you can do it.
All right. Great. So I hope you guys,
And breathing
yeah.
controlled helped my breathing throughout.
Mm-hmm. Very important.
I was more aware of it. I wasn't too focused on it, but I was more aware of it, and I feel like I was more consistent.
Yeah, very good. So I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this workout. We're going to be applying what you learned today for the next couple of weeks and build that specific tempo strength. All right. You guys have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Take care.
Right?
All right, thanks, Matt.
bye-bye.